one of the few labels that still do like artist development. We think of like TDE and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
Artist development is so key.
Oh
Whether
my
you doing it
God.
for yourself or you just, you know what I mean, you having the label do it for you, but you have to sharpen your tools.
I think part of the artist development process that that happened in the major music industry during the 90s and early 2000s was great for artists to know how to be an artist, know how to do interviews and take pictures and do all of the creative stuff. But I think now in today's age is so needed because there's a whole nother caveat of creating content, of doing the business, of being a marketer that isn't added to that, because the labels back then, they had artistic directors and they had the marketing team and all of these other things. Now in this day and age, you got to be all of that.
Yeah.
And there's no developers to do that stuff. There's only people that's gonna tell you that you gotta pay them to do the stuff. There's nobody that's around to be like, yo, I'm gonna help you with the development of your stuff. And that's the kind of the part that I was playing during that time in my career. You know what I'm saying? Before I started to be the L-BIZ that most people know. It's like I was doing all of that stuff behind the scenes because we didn't have the bread. And it's like, shit, we gotta figure it out.
That's powerful. I mean? That's definitely powerful. So boom, you doing all of that. You doing your own artist development. During this time, were you looking for a label deal, or were you just like, hold on, I'm learning all this stuff, maybe I could do it myself? Or
nah, like again, I was probably like the low man on the totem pole when it came to artistry. You know what I'm saying, like rapping and stuff. So I was really just filling in the gaps. You know what I mean? Like I was recording stuff, I was singing the hooks, I was finding people to design the t-shirts and all of these other things. The industry stuff didn't start to happen until maybe like a couple years, like 2007, 8. Whenever Nicki Minaj started to pop, that was around the time that the industry started to seem tangible for us. We actually, real quick story that I don't think anybody's ever told in public, at least not from my crew and my people. Fendi, the guy that found Nicki Minaj, actually reached out to us through MySpace to help facilitate the rap group, the A-Status rap group that was part of our crew at the time. And niggas missed the message.
That's crazy.
They didn't get the message until months later.
Damn.
And so by the time we responded, she was on Young Money. It was over. Like it wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Dog was like, yo, I love this song. He was managing Freeway at the time too. And he's like, yo, I love this song that y'all caught. I think it was called Soldier Story or something like that. On a mixtape and the song, Doug's been produced it and all of that. And he was reaching out to try to get us to do a remix, or to get them to do a remix with Freeway, because he was vetting them, and they missed the message. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like we dropped the ball there. Crazy. That was crazy. The whole, like the second mixtape that I had quote unquote executive produced, it was full of dudes from Harlem. And like, so before Ron Browse blew up, like we had music from Ron Browse on the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Before people really knew who Murder Mook was and all of them dudes, like they was popping, but it was before URL. So it's like they was on the mixtape that I put together with some of my peoples. Like, so it was like, we started to see like small glimpses of things happening that let us know that we could make it. But it took a minute, you know what I'm saying? So we were just grinding. Like, again, like you said, it was still MySpace era. So it wasn't.
People didn't even know what social media was. For
like
real.
We was doing computer programming just to get music. You know what I mean?
I just want SpongeBob on the back of my.
You know what I mean? Just to get the dope background. It was crazy like that. But like at the time, like it was a lot of good stuff happening for local artists in the city. So we wasn't really so zoned in on major stuff. Because like that was when when the Unsigned Hype was on the radio, like we had a big platform. They was doing award shows, and Southern Ontario was able to tap into the music. And fast forward to that time around 2009, that's when it started to get like serious for all of us, because we started to see a lot of stuff. And I mean, like when I say all of us, I mean the city, because we started to see like dog. I had a top 10 record on the countdown for the radio station with Drake at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was battling Drake for the #1 spot on the countdown. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's crazy.
So, and it was like before he popped, but then it was a group called the Zombies on the West Side. Like they was producing for Cameron and Dipset at the time. Like it was a lot of big stuff happening, but it was happening inward. It wasn't like happening outward. Like people was finding us like, or like, cause some of the dudes from the Dipset used to come to Buffalo all the time.
Yeah.
So they got wind of them dudes, snatched them up. They started producing for Cam and them. You know, us doing what we was doing, like we was cooking on the radio station, and it's like when you get your song played on the radio at the time, it was like, oh, you the nigga, bro.
This before streaming, like
you know what I'm saying, like you the dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Benny was doing stuff with French Montana, and I had records with Benny at the time on his mixtapes and all that stuff. So it was like, yo, like we about to be on. I don't know how, because we wasn't going nowhere for real, but it's like, yo, we about to be on.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the pay, for the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.